Hello. So I'm moving along in my little video series on basics, and so I've already done eyebrows and foundation, and now I want to show you how to do a simple eyeshadow look with just using 4 shadows. That's it, 4. So starting out, I have been using tape a lot lately, and especially if you've already done your foundation and all that good stuff, sometimes it's nice to do a little lightly. That looks all types of crinkled up. I don't know what happened. Just in case there's fallout, since I've already done my concealer, so I don't mess it up. So just doing a little tape right here and right here. A little bit lightly, just lightly tap so you're not pulling everything off when you take it off. All right, so I think when you're doing eyeshadows, it's important to have a base color. Oh man, oh boy, I forgot, hold on. Okay, I forgot, okay. So when you're doing your eyeshadow, it's important to start with a primer. And I really, really love the Too Faced 24-Hour Insurance. It's a light one because I've used some that are kind of heavy. And this one's just, I just really like it. So it's important to prime your eyes because if you have oily eyelids, your makeup, your eyeshadow tends to crease throughout the day and can start to wear off. And for me, I just notice that when I forget to put on primer, my eyeshadow just doesn't look as smooth, as blended. Sometimes it can look choppy. So I think that primer is just important. So first you do your primer. Then it's important to have a base color, kind of covers up sometimes you have veins that show. It's just kind of just like a primer on top of a primer for your eyeshadow. And I like to use a matte color for that. I'm using MAC eyeshadows today. I just chose to do that. So I'm using Brule. It's just a matte, very natural vanilla color. And I like to use just a big flat brush to apply my base shadow. So get that done. You can apply a shimmer, but I like to highlight later, so I just feel like it's just good to just find a nice neutral, natural color. And this is a good one if you're on the hunt. I think you'd be very pleased. All right, so that's eyeshadow number 1. Then I think it's important to have a good transition color. So this is not a really dark color. Usually I like to use a matte color for this, and it just kind of builds up to doing a darker color. Or this is really good if you're just having a really, you're not wanting a lot of makeup, but you want to have a little makeup on for the day, then this is just a good, easy color, whatever, natural color. So I'm going to use soft brown. It's a nice matte light brown. And then I like to use, this is the Sigma E40. It's a blending brush. It's a longer, you can see, it's much longer. I like to hold the brush back at the back so I'm not heavy handed. And then I start at the corner, just like that. Can see, and then just go in on my natural where my eye creases. That is really obnoxious how it does that. It's okay though. Gosh, I have to sit like a mile back, and I just go back and forth until I get the color that that I'm going for. And just kind of keep it I always tend to, I don't know, I always end up going higher. And then I take it all the way in. So you can see it's just really light. And soft brown is the perfect color if you're looking for just a really good transition color. Soft brown is a good one. Very good one. And FYI, online or at a freestanding MAC store, not the counters like in Macy's or Nordstrom, but it has to be a freestanding store or online. These bad boys are only $6 compared to buying this. So just so you know, you can get yourself a way better deal with these. So you can see I'm just building, and I kind of circle a little bit at the corners and then just kind of go in all the way to the other corner. So you can see it's just very light. All right, enough of that. Now I'm gonna just go in with a darker color to put more on the outside. And I am going to go with Swiss Chocolate. This is a gorgeous red brown. I love it. And I'm gonna use more of a dense brush. This is a Morphe E22. Since I'm wanting it to be darker and richer, I wanna use something with shorter low bristles or hairs. Whatever you want to call them. Tap it, because the darker they get, they can have fallout. And once again, I'm just going to kind of start right here on the corner, like that, and build. And I go about halfway. And do it very, very light. Hold the brush way back so that you just have a lighter hand. And then I just kind of... I'm kind of making like a V maybe a little bit. You can just see how it's just getting darker. And then go over here and just do the same thing. I always kind of hang out in that little corner area and then just go a little bit like that. And then make sure that they're even. I mean, there's a million trillion ways you can do your eyeshadow. I'm just kind of showing you an easy, this is just kind of like how I do it most of the time. On a normal day-to-day basis, this is what I do. This is how I do it. So then I'm going to take the brush that I used for the soft brown and kind of, I didn't put any more product, but I'm just gonna go back in to just blend this some. And I'm gonna do the same over here. So I didn't put any more product, but I'm just blending it. Just kind of go up. So that's good. I mean, it's light. I always like dark, but this is just doesn't always need to be dark and dramatic, right? Okay. I think it looks even. It's hard sometimes with all this stuff going on to tell if it's even, but we'll just pretend it's even. And then I like a highlight color. So my go-to is always Nylon. I've been using Nylon forever. It is so pretty. If you can see it, it's just kind of a gold, what is this one? A Frost. So I take a little pencil brush. This is an old MAC brush. I don't even know the number. And I like to go inside the corner of my eyes like this. Just kind of opens them up. And you can do however dramatic you want to go, you do it. That's what you can see the difference when you just add a little bit in the corner. And then do the same thing here. like that. And then do a little bit, I'm just doing a little bit right here. You can see that little bit of highlight there. And same thing over here. Just opens everything up and just adds a little extra, you know, pizzazz. And then this is just a Morphe E30. I don't put product on it. This is just what I always use to blend everything. Just like so. And I'm gonna go back under. I'm gonna show you how I just add a little bit underneath the eye for just a little more color. So I am taking a short shader Sigma E20. So it's very dense and it's very short like that. And I'm gonna do the Swiss chocolate. Put it on there. And then I'm just gonna go kind of underneath my eyelashes. And just lightly kind of apply. Really light, just to give it, you can hardly see, you can tell there's a little color there. And you know, you can build it, man, you can totally smoke this bad boy out, but that is not what I'm doing. But this is a really good brush. If you like that smoky eye, this is a great brush for just giving it a nice, like blended look. So it's not really harsh. And so I like to use a lot of times just whatever color I've used up in the top of my eyes, I like to use that down here too. If I'm not wanting to use like a line, you know, like a liquid liner, gel liner, then this is another way. If you're wanting to just not use a ton of products, you're just using what you've already used and what you already have. And once again, I'm keeping this to just using 4 eyeshadows. So you can see, just added a little. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more, because I always like to kind of highlight, do a little shimmer on my lid. So I'm gonna go back in with Nylon and just a flat brush, another smaller flat brush. This is an old MAC 213. So add a little bit, and then I just like to go right, I kind of do like the middle and then go in. Just add a little bit more. And if you really wanted to kick it up, you could, you can either get your brush wet, or you can use with water, or Fix Plus, and then that intensifies the color even more. But I'm trying to keep this really just basic. I'm not trying to get crazy and add like a whole bunch of steps, because I know, I mean, I have friends who just don't wear a lot of makeup, and doing a million steps is just not, it's not gonna happen for them. So hopefully just 4 colors you can do. Come on, you can do 4 colors. People. So you can see I just kind of just added, oh, tape's coming off, but you know what, that's okay because I don't need to tape anymore. So, and then I just will go right back in, just kind of make sure that that's blended. And yes, this line looks harsh, and you can either kind of use your brush to make it, or I use eyeliner, which I'm not showing right now, and then the eyeliner, you can kind of do your eyeliner, run your eyeliner up the line, and that also looks really good. So I think you guys, hopefully this helped you a little bit to just use the basics, 4 eyeshadows. I'll list them below, to just kind of get like an easy look. And you could use those for and make it completely, like if you were going out and you wanted really dramatic eyes, you just keep building on that dark brown. You could do a ton with the nylon. So these 4 colors could last you a long time. You could do it for when you're going to a really dressy occasion, and then an everyday, you know, running around with your kids look. So hopefully that helped. And thanks for watching. Bye.